Could you even imagine? Imagine a group of white men coming and kicking in your door and taking your youngest daughter and doing whatever they want to do with her.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up.
All right. So we got a good one. Got a good one. It's going to be a rough one, but we got to talk about it. We're going to ruffle a few feathers, you know, like usual. Today we're going to talk about these reparations. This topic that's been circling around. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think it's a good idea. Let me let that marinate for a minute. Why don't I think it's a good idea? Because what are we basing the value of all the hardship, all of the pain, all of the suffering? Is there a dollar amount that can equal that value? And if there is, who decides what dollar amount should we get? And let's say, okay, cool, we did pick a person to come up with that that value for whatever dollar amount we should get. It doesn't stop with these reparations, but I don't think we're realizing how Caucasian people, the government, are trying to use this if we did get them. If we did get them, understand that they're going to use that as, oh, well, we gave y'all reparations. The same way that they're trying to use, oh, we gave y'all Barack Obama. What happened then? Do you understand? They're trying to, little by little, take away and remove us mentally, emotionally, whether if it's from ourselves or from society. It doesn't just stop. The suffering, the pain, and all that doesn't just stop with, oh, I got 100,000, I got 200,000, I got 4 million. Because then what's going to happen later on is when something else that involves racism happens, you know what's going to happen then? When we start hooting and hollering and shouting in about racism, there's no such thing as racism. You guys got your reparations. Stop that. So no, I don't think reparations is a good idea because it's not even an equal value. It's not a symbolic value of what our ancestors went through. But I do recognize that you have to understand what's going on in the world right now. In a lot of places in this country, a lot of my people, our people, are suffering financially. So they know that. So reparations is very appealing. If you start throwing around, hey, we'll give out $1 million to each of you for this, and you don't have to do no work to get it, there's nothing involved to get it, you just get it. Oh yeah, we'll forgive you, because that's what we do. We forgive way too easily. Especially for something that went on for so long. You forget there were ancestors that were raped. That means the women that are leading the world, my beautiful black sisters that are leading the world right now, you should be outraged. Raped, murdered, and I mean in way worse fashions than what's going on now. Families literally, physically ripped apart and raped and murdered right in front of each other. Tortured in front of each other. Could you even imagine? Imagine a group of white men coming and kicking in your door and taking your youngest daughter and doing whatever they want to do with her, and taking your wife and doing whatever they want to do with her, and shooting your husband right in his face right there in front of you. So with all that being said, what is the dollar amount that equals out to that? We have to be about more than finances. There has to be some morals and principles that have to be instilled back into this thing that we call black. Because right now it's just a popularity contest. We are selling ourselves out. Selling ourselves out more and more. I see more and more black people being rude to other black people and then being 1,000 times nicer to white people than you are to your own brothers and sisters. I see all the other races that should be aligned with us look at us as lesser than them. And all we're doing we invest all our money into things that we don't own. One good thing I will say is there is a resurgence of black ownership, meaning there's black owned businesses, there's things that are starting to manifest and come to fruition and actually thrive. That's great. But the problem is that our black businesses are not getting the attention from our people the way our people are giving that attention to white companies that don't even want you as a customer, but they'll take you as a customer because you come with some dollars. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? They don't even want you. They could care less whether you bring your little paycheck on to their stores or not. But if you decide to do it, they'll take it. That should insult you. It should. How many times have you walked into a store where there's no African American people, not even no Hispanic people, and them white people sitting up there looking at you like, and I know why you walking around the store, you know you thinking as well as I'm thinking, or are they watching me, or they, come on, man. But yet we choose to do it anyway. Why? Stockholm syndrome is a hell of a drug. Brainwashing is a hell of a trauma. Systemic, financial, mental, emotional oppression is a hell of a goddamn thing. And the craziest part about it is there will be somebody that watches this video that looks like me and will be cussing me out and talking trash about me. But those people always been around. They just weren't the larger majority before. Now, the larger majority is filled with suckers. Suckers control the narrative now. Cowards, suckers, nerds, whatever you want to call them. Now, when I say nerds, I don't mean the people that know they math and know technology real well. That's not a nerd. That's an intelligent person. A nerd to me is somebody that chooses to sit when it's time to stand up. A square to me is somebody that chooses to just get along when it's time to stand up. We got to do better, man. This reparation stuff ain't the way. Mark my words. Wait till another black boy get killed and we start hollering more racism and police brutality, and they're gonna say, oh well, no, it can't be about racism. There's no racism. You guys got your reparations. We did this, that, and the third. then it becomes a bigger issue because now we're going to start talking about, oh, well, we should have never even took the reparations because now we're worse off because now our word is taken out of the equation. We can no longer speak about the wrongs, the injustice that happens because they're going to use the money that was given as leverage. If you want to call yourself woke, being open-minded is a part of that. All I'm asking is that you think about it. All I'm asking is that you really think about it before they start sending out any paperwork or opt-in service, however they're going to get everybody some money. Think about it. Because all that woke, all that black owned, all that everything is flying out the window more and more every day. And the numbers of brothers and sisters like me or like my son or like any other leadership person that is trying to affect change and trying to instill knowledge and really trying to change the narrative, the numbers are thinning out more and more because of the fact that we're being alienated by our own people. Yeah, you could say, oh, well, you know, white people do it too. White people are doing this and that and the third to us. You got to understand, man, there are levels to this. They no longer have to emotionally, mentally oppress us. Now they do it physically by killing us because they don't have to do it mentally and emotionally because we do it to ourselves. The self-hatred, right? The colorism, light skin versus dark skin. It's all instilled in our community now. I hope that we can do better. I hope that for those of us that are on the right path, that are actually chasing something positive for the community, keep going. I know it's hard for you. I understand. And I hope you can keep the faith. I hope you can reach all your goals. And I hope you can meet a group of brothers and sisters that can help you along the way. Because we need to. We need to help each other. Stop this popularity contest. Stop all of that. All this ego and pride issues. All these black men versus black women issues. We need to stop it, because if we don't, it's going to be a real problem. Keep the faith. Stay strong. I'm gone.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up.